Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So today I am doing my top 10 budget decks for this upcoming format. So the ban list was just released and a lot of cards, really nice cards were hit, and a lot of cards that came off the list are actually really helpful for a lot of really good budget decks. So that is why I'm doing this video, to show you guys what I think are some really good budget decks for this upcoming format. If I of course miss any, or there's some that you think are going to be really good, comment down below. Also, make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss any of the deck profiles. I will be showcasing an update for all of these decks on my channel. And then also, I wanted to give a shout out to my Patreons, Luma Pools and Miko Ibercadabra. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. And if you guys want to support me on Patreon, check that link in the description. So let's get right into this one. Starting off with number 10, Burning Abyss. I think it's still a really good deck, really fun deck, really cheap. About the only thing I feel like it needs is maybe just another Beatrice. So we can play, a couple Beatrice would make this deck that much better. But honestly, there's no hits to it. So there's no reason to, in my opinion, not have it in the top 10. For just a really good budget deck. Number 9, I'm putting Heroes, or honestly, I'll just call this any like warrior-based deck, like Guki, heck, even Six Samurai could go here. Just like a warrior combo deck. I think they're very good, and I'm specifically showcasing Elemental Hero deck that can easily OTK, with the Vision Hero engine in there, the Ferris, Increase. I think it's very good. So yeah, look out for that deck. Number 8 is of course one of my favorites, ABC. It took a big hit with Union Carrier, on the last ban list, but I still think it's extremely powerful. You can still play a lot of hand traps. You can play a lot of traps. It's just a really solid deck. That's why I'm putting it at number 8. Number 7 is another one of my favorites, Cyber Dragon. It's another, tends to be kind of more OTK, and it's going to be getting new support here soon. I think that's more specifically at the Cyber Dark, but Cyber Dragons I think are just always going to be good. People don't always expect them. It's a really good budget deck. And number 6, I'm going with Shadal. Really, any way you play him. This card is obviously amazing. Winda can win you games against a lot of meta decks. But then if you're playing like the trap version, which I really like, it's very consistent. You can even win a lot of times going second with the trap heavy version. But yeah, Shadals I think definitely deserve a spot in the top 10. Now we're getting to the top 5. Number 5 is just a really cool deck, Code Talker. It's basically a Link deck, but it's super awesome. It's a Cyberse Link deck that can, specifically with this card here, Cynet Codec. This card is amazing and just allows for some crazy combos. You links, you lock your opponent out. You can lock your opponent out from special summoning anything except for link monsters with Ibli. So I think it's a really good deck. It can obviously go into any of like the Link 4s, Appaloosa, anything like that super easily. So yeah, I definitely think Code Talker is number 5. Number 4 is still Rocket Dragons. Now I know they took a huge hit, obviously with LP, but this, in my opinion, is their best card, always has been. And obviously you just need 2 dragon monsters to make it, and then you're sitting pretty good. And then you have access to obviously like Borload Savage, and just a lot of really good engines that you can play in like a Rocket Dragon Link deck. So yeah, I don't think it's dead by any means, and I do think it's budget. especially now. A lot of the prices are probably going to drop because it's not really like a meta deck, that, in my opinion. But yeah, check that one out if you guys have not already. Very, very good deck. Number 3, going with one of my favorite Pendulum decks, Pendulum Magicians. They got back Skullcrabat Joker to 1, and they also got Double Iris Magician to 2, which is awesome, to be honest. It doesn't make the deck crazy good, and it may or may not be able to, should not be maybe this high, but I love the deck, and I specifically love this card. This really just, it's your best normal summon for Pendulums in general. Specifically, obviously Pendulum Magicians. Very, very good. You can also search an Odd Eyes monster, so this is good even in an Odd Eyes deck. Basically, just play this in any Performer Pal, Magician, or Odd Eyes deck. It's a really good normal summon to search out any of them. Number 2, going with Sky Striker. They got Engage back, and that is huge. Obviously, mostly because of Kagari. And we can play Foolish Burial Goods at 3, send it to the graveyard, and add it back to your hand with Kagari, and then be able to activate Engage super easily. Engage is obviously an amazing card. That's why it was forbidden for a while. So yeah, definitely Sky Strikers I think are going to be a really good budget deck. And then number 1 is Salamangreat. They got this amazing card back, Mirage Stalio. It's always been a good budget deck because it's a structure deck basically. But yeah, Salamangreat, now that they have Mirage Stalio back, is going to be, I think, very powerful. And it's just a really, really good deck. Again, one of those that you could play a lot of hand traps, play a lot of trap engines in it. Really, really good. But yeah, this is my top 10, guys. Again, comment down below what you think. And I will be coming at you with all of these deck profiles very soon. Have a good one.